Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Regulation of enzyme activity. The regulation of the reaction velocity of enzyme is essential if an organism is to coordinate its numerous metabolic pathways or processes. Here in this topic, we're going to discuss the regulation of enzyme activity by the help of allosteric enzymes, by covalent modification, or by induction and repression of enzyme synthesis. In addition, some enzymes with specialized regulatory functions respond to allosteric effectors or covalent modification, or they show an altered rate of enzyme synthesis or degradation when physiological conditions are changed. Regulation of enzymes by allosteric enzymes. Regulation of enzyme activity by allosteric enzymes. First of all, about allosteric enzymes. Allosteric enzymes are those that usually composed of multiple subunits having an allosteric sites or regulatory sites that bind the effector. Effectors or modifiers are the molecules that regulate allosteric enzymes by binding non-covalently at the site other than the active site of the regulatory enzymes or allosteric enzymes. The presence of an allosteric effectors can alter the affinity of the enzymes for its substrate or modify the maximum catalytic activity of the enzymes or both. We have further subdivided effectors into two types: negative effectors and positive effectors. Effectors that inhibits the activity of the enzymes called a negative effectors, and positive effectors that are the effectors that enhance the activity of enzymes. Allosteric enzymes frequently catalyze the committed steps early in a pathway. Types of effectors: homotropic effectors and heterotropic effectors. When the substrate itself serves as an effector, the effect is said to be a homotropic effector. When the substrate itself serves as an effector, the effect is said to be a homotropic effector. Most often, an allosteric substrate functions as a positive effector. In such a case, the presence of a substrate molecule at one site on the enzyme enhances the catalytic properties of the other substrate binding sites. That is, their binding sites exhibit a cooperativity. These enzymes show a sigmoidal curve when a reaction velocity is plotted against the concentration of substrates. One thing should note that the concept of cooperativity of substrate binding is analog to the binding of oxygen to hemoglobin. Second type, heterotropic effectors. The effectors may be different from the substrate in which such a case the effect is said to be a heterotropic. For example, consider the feedback inhibition. The reaction presented from A to A. The enzymes that convert A to B has an allosteric site that binds the end product E. E represents the product. If the concentration of E, that is product, going to be enhanced or increased because it is not used as rapidly as it is synthesized. So the synthesized this enhance or increase amount of product by the help of feedback regulation and feedback inhibition that inhibits the regulatory enzymes which converts A to B. The first irreversible step that is unique to the pathway is typically inhibited. Now, the regulation of enzymes by covalent modification. Many enzymes may be regulated by covalent modification, most frequently by the addition or removal of phosphate group from a specific serine, threonine, or tyrosine amino acid residues of the enzymes. Protein phosphorylation is recognized as one of the primary ways in which the cellular processes are regulated. Regulation by covalent modification. Number one, phosphorylation and dephosphorylation. Phosphorylation reactions are catalyzed by a family of enzymes called protein kinases that use ATP as a phosphate donor. Phosphate groups are cleaved from a phosphorylated enzyme by the action of phosphoprotein phosphatases. Look at this figure. The non-phosphorylated enzymes, either they have a serine, tyrosine, or threonine residues where the phosphorylation occurs. The donor of phosphate group is ATP and the family of the enzyme that catalyze this reaction called protein kinases. Pro- Protein kinases donates phosphate group from ATP to either serine, threonine, or tyrosine residues of the enzyme to make the enzyme phosphorylated. Another family of proteins called phosphoprotein phosphatases allowed to remove phosphate group after addition of water to make the enzyme dephosphorylated. Responses of enzymes to phosphorylation. Depending on the specific enzyme, the phosphorylated form may be more or less active than the unphosphorylated form. For example, phosphorylation of one of the regulatory enzyme for the glycogen degradation called glycogen phosphorylase, an enzyme that degrades the glycogen. The activity of this enzyme increases during phosphorylation. The activity of this enzyme is going to be decreased during dephosphorylation. It means the glycogen phosphorylase becomes activated in phosphorylated form and becomes inactivated in dephosphorylated form. Dephosphorylated form. On the other hand, whereas the addition of phosphate group to the glycogen synthase is a regulatory enzyme for the glycogen synthesis. This enzyme is going to be inhibited after addition of phosphate group. In case of phosphorylated form, this enzyme remains inactive and this enzyme glycogen synthase become shows enhance its activity in case of dephosphorylated form. Now, induction and repression of enzyme synthesis. Cells can also regulate the amount of enzyme present by altering the rate of enzyme degradation or more typically the rate of enzyme synthesis. The increased induction or decreased repression of enzyme synthesis lead to an alteration in the total population of active sites. Enzymes subject to a regulation of synthesis are often those that are needed at only one stage of development or under the selected physiological conditions. For example, the elevated level of insulin as a result of the high blood glucose level cause an increase in the synthesis of key enzymes that involved in the glycogen uh, that involved in the glucose metabolism. In contrast, enzymes that are in constant use are usually not regulated by altering the rate of enzyme synthesis. Alteration in enzyme level as a result of induction or repression of protein synthesis are slow, that requires hours to days, as compared with allosteric or covalently regulated changes in enzymes activity which occurs in seconds to minutes. So we say that the increased induction or decreased repression of enzyme synthesis should that leads to an alteration in the total population of active sites. Lippincott, page number 62 to 64. Assignment. What are the general ways for the regulation of enzyme activity? B. How is catalytic activity of enzyme regulated by covalent modification?